Do you have a spare USB drive lying around the house and you want to be able to access it through your network? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to do that using your USB drive, a Raspberry Pi, a micro SD card, and power. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to use a USB drive to demonstrate how to do this. It is the same concept that I'm going to be showing you, where you, instead of plugging one of these in, you would plug in your external hard drive. It's really simple and easy, and we go through step by step on how to do this. Before we get started though, be sure to hit the like button and do subscribe if you enjoyed my videos and you want to see more. I do have some more videos upcoming on various uses for a Raspberry Pi, so if this is something that does interest you, stick around, hit the bell, and you'll be notified when I release a new video. Anyway, enough of me talking, let's get to it. So first things first, as always, let's image our Raspberry Pi. So we're going to do this all with the light version. We choose the SD card and we write. So we'll let that go off and write, and then we will get this plugged into our Raspberry Pi. Just a side note, while that is imaging, I do have a text file I use. Let's just type in our password. Just while that's going, I do have a text file. I use a ssh.txt. It just allows me to automatically SSH onto the Raspberry Pi. I'll show you how I do that shortly. Okay, there we go. That's now done. So we just click continue. We can close this. What I'm going to quickly open is Finder. So this is the drive with all the files on that's just been imaged from. So as I mentioned, we just drop literally a file that is called ssh.txt. Just drop that in there, and yeah, you're good to go. You'll be able to SSH onto that. So just before we continue, let's go ahead and plug this into the Raspberry Pi. Okay, that's plugged in and booting up. So let's go to terminal. Let's make this a bit bigger so it can be seen. So let's start with SSHing onto it. So SSH pi at 10.1.1.184. Okay, I've done this before, so I just need to clear my keys. If this ever happens to you, it's just SSH -keygen -r, so capital R, and then your host name, so 10.1.184. And then what we did, go back to it, and away you go. There we go, we're in. First we start with our normal just upgrading of the Raspberry Pi itself, so that would be sudo apt update. That'll go off and grab the updates for you. And then that says that they're upgradable, so then we'll go off and do an upgrade. And then that will say yes or no, so we just say yes. This hopefully won't take too long. Okay, once that is done, and then we're going to install NTFS 3G. Likely, I'm running this step, but likelihood is it already is installed. So this one is sudo apt-get install NTFS-3G. There you go. Yeah, so that says here it's already installed on here, so that's fine, and it's already the latest version, which is good. So I've already plugged my USB drive into the Raspberry Pi, so let's see what disks there are. Sudo fdisk-list. So I can tell you here that this one is the one that is running the Raspberry Pi operating system, and this is the additional one. So what we need to do next is sudo make dir, so we're making a directory, so we're actually going to make one called media / USB drive. USB drive. Okay, that's then created, and then we're actually going to go sudo mount -t auto, and then we're going to say dev/sda. Now you would use the one, depending on here, it could be SDA1, SDA2, depending on what it is, you would use that here. And we're actually going to say media / / USB drive. So we're saying mount this media with this file location, and then we click OK. So that's done, it's happy. And then we're going to install Samba. So we want to go sudo apt -get install samba -common -bin. So we'll let that, it's going to say do you want to install, so we'll click yes, and we'll let that go off and install. This is just saying do you want to use Wins, we're going to click no, we'll let that continue. Okay, now that that's done, we're going to go to the config file of the Samba. So we go sudo nano /etc /samba /smb.conf. And then what we want to do, we're not going to go through all of this, but you want to scroll all the way down to the bottom. And then you want to, I'm just going to paste this in because it's probably easier rather than typing it all up. So I'm just going to paste that in here. So the name you want to call the folder, the path, so media USB drive, and then I've called a folder called shares, writable, and then the others aren't really that important. So control, you then press Control X, and then you want to press Y, and then enter, and then that's your config updated with that. Once we have done that, we basically want to go ahead and restart the Samba service. So you go sudo systemctl restart, and then we want to do smbd, and that's going to go off and restart the Samba service and make sure we're happy. So we've gone through, we've set the share on the USB drive, we've set the config file right, we've restarted the Samba service. Now we just want to make sure we set a password, so we go sudo smb passwd -a, and then the username pi, and then that's going to say give yourself a new password, so we'll do that. And there we go, so we've added the user pi and given it a password as well. And that's really as simple as it is. So if I open a Finder window, if I just go to network, you can see straight away that this has appeared right here already. So we can double click on here, and there you go. So we're connected as guest at the moment. If you want to connect as a specific user, you just click connect as, and then we use the username and then the password we set. And there we go. So this is your public folder where everybody can see the shared folder, and this is the specific users folder. So you can actually have yourself a specific user for different people also as well. And really, it's as simple as that. So with just a few simple commands, we have turned a USB drive into a reusable network storage. Now this can be accessed from anywhere, such as your desktop, laptop, phone, or even a TV. And if you really wanted to, you could set this up to be able to access it externally as well. I really hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you have, be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like so I know you have enjoyed it, and like I said at the start, I do have some more videos coming with uses for Raspberry Pi. So if you are interested in this, make sure you hit the bell button and you'll be notified when something new comes out. For now, this is Inside Wire, and I'll see you in the next one.